Thank you for watching Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and today's episode we're going to be picking up the Kali Linux Made Easy for Beginners, all the hacking tools. Enjoy. So we're back on this Kali Linux tools, hacking tools book, and I would say we're like more than halfway through the book already. It's a small little book. It's this one, and it just basically goes over all the pre-installed tools. And so we're on part 9. Let's just pick up from there. We'll see. I haven't even looked at this chapter yet, so we'll see what we have to do, what we're gonna do, and let's have fun. Alright, part 9, Sniffing and Spoofing Tools. In this section, we're going to discuss sniffing and spoofing techniques using tools provided by Kali Linux. In some instances, we'll deviate a little from the tools topic into networking. To understand this section, you need a proper understanding of networking basics. And then you can click right here. It's got, I guess, networking basics in previous chapters. Such as protocols, DNS, and the OSI model. So if you don't have that, this is your first video watching with me, just Google that. Okay, Google what is a protocol in networking, what is DNS in networking, what is OSI model in networking, and then you're caught up. It's better to know of it than to not know of it at all. If you need to, cycle back to part 2 of the book to learn the most important networking basics. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep reading. ARP protocol. ARP protocol, or Address Resolution Protocol, is a communication protocol used for discovering link layer address of a given layer address. We normally use it to map network addresses such as Internet Protocol v4 to its respective physical address. You can read more about ARP protocol from the following resources page. And this is just going to send you to like the ARP protocol. Whatever. How ARP works. The ARP protocol is similar to DNS. If you're unfamiliar with DNS, Google it. A DNS matches a domain name to its respective IP address. The same applies to ARP protocol that maps an IP to an unknown MAC address. Okay, take the example of the device with an IP address of 192.168.0.20. This device wants to communicate with the device on the same network with IP addresses 192.168.0.121. But does it not know its physical MAC address? Physical address, MAC address? The .20 IP address device will broadcast an ARP request across all devices on the network, asking who owns the IP address 192.168.0.21. When the device with the matching IP address receives this request, the owner of the requested IP will reply to the ARP response that contains the physical address of the device. This information is cached in the ARP cache containing the IP address and its respective MAC address. Next, we are going to perform sniffing and spoofing using the following tools. EtherCAT, Wireshark, SSL strip. EtherCAT. I've used this before. EtherCAT is a network sniffer tool used to perform spoofing and man-in-the-middle attacks. That's what I used it for. In this section, we're going to see how to perform ARP poisoning using EtherCAT. Launch EtherCAT from the Kali Linux application menu. Once open, navigate the top bar and select Sniff. Select select Unified Sniffing, and then continue to select your network interface, such as ETH0 for Ethernet and WLAN 0 for wireless. So it's just going to be ETH0. All right, let's do that. So let's see if EtherCap's in here. Sniffing. Okay, so we'll go here to the little dragon, right? On my Kali Linux box. We'll go to 9, sniffing and spoofing. I'm gonna look for EtherCap. So network sniffers, spoofing, EtherCap graphical. I don't have just EtherCap with the spider on it. Oh, man. Just updated this too. All right, so we're back. I had to just redo my virtual machine because I broke it somewhere along the line, and that's fine. That's what these virtual machines are for. I break them and then I just re-download them. It takes 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Um, I update stuff on them and I do all kinds of stuff and I end up breaking something, so I just restart it, re-download it, build a new one, and EtherCap is working now. So it said they want me to do sniffing on startup, ETH0, and then we're gonna come up here and press accept. So now it's sniffing, starting unified sniffing. It wanted me to scan for hosts, so I'm scanning for the hosts, right? If we do like a man in the middle attack or something. And I've got my Ubuntu um, and my firewall, right? That's what it's going to scan for. It wants to do like ARP spoof or something. It wants to trick me into thinking that actually I'm actually communicating with the firewall or something or the host. Um, let's see what showing. Okay, so this is what it found. All right, so now let's go back to the book. Let's see what the book says. Okay, now select the host, scan for host. We did that. This is all obsolete. Okay, you're gonna have to figure out where ours was different. So I mean, you just scan for the host is what you're looking for. And that's what we found. Once the scan is complete, you will see the list of connected devices on your network. Next, we need to specify target 1 and target 2. Target 1 is the target machine we want to attack. Remember that. Target 2 is the IP address of the router. With the target specified. Okay, so let's go in here and so what am I doing? Alright. So the one with the shortest IP address is usually the host or the router, right? So this IP address is longer. The shortest IP address is your router. So we're gonna set in one of that target 2. Target 1 is the let me see. Target 1 is what we're attacking, right? Okay. We're attacking with target 1. So we're gonna go here. So this is the Ubuntu is 103. Yeah, because it's the only other thing I have on. Now we can verify that by going to my Oracle Box VM, going into and seeing and matching the MAC address, and it is ABDO. Okay, so in your Oracle Virtual box here that we set up, you can go to Settings, Network, Advanced, then you can see the MAC address right here on the bottom, ABDO, and that's for the Ubuntu machine. And this is your MAC address, right? That it scanned ABDO. So this is going to be the Ubuntu machine. So I want to attack that. So target one, right? It says host added target one. Now I want to do this one is going to be my firewall because it's the shortest IP address. I'm gonna put that to target two. Host added target two. Okay, so we're good. Let's come back and see what this says it wants us to do. With the target specified, open the man in the middle, the MITM man in the middle, and click ARP poisoning. Next, select Sniff Remote Connections and click OK. Next, in the Start menu, select Start Sniffing. So I think that happens automatically. Let's go here. So up here is the man. Up here is the man in the middle. They want to do ARP poisoning. Sniff remote connections. Okay. Group 1, Group 2. So now it's sniffing the connections, right? And I'm going to open that a little bit bigger. We're going to leave that for a second and see what else it wants us to do. So remember, ARP is um, it's trying to communicate with back and forth, right? With the DNS or something. Is that what it said? I can't remember. Okay, so ARP. Okay, wait. This process involves EtherCAT sending packets to the network with requests to update the ARP cache, replacing the router's MAC address with the MAC address of your computer. This allows us to view all the unencrypted information passing on the network. This includes passwords and other sensitive information. You can use EtherCAT to perform other operations such as DNS spoofing. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Let's mess with this a little bit and see what should it give me like a down here should give me a our poisoning victims group 1 group 2. Okay, let's do something in our um Ubuntu machine and see what let's mess with it and see what's going on. So where's the Ubuntu? See what's going on with this. Is it gonna pick up traffic? What is it supposed to be doing? Where's the do that backwards? Nah, yeah, the victim was the Ubuntu. Plugins. No scripts were specified. Randomized scanning hole. Art poison. Let's see. Okay. So 103 is the Ubuntu machine, right? So 103 port, this port, host port, TCP idle bytes. So is it giving me an up to date? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, YouTube.com. Let's see what else it picks up. So it's picking up different stuff. Let me see, logging. All right, let's look at view. I want to look at connections. So it's going top to bottom. UDP, TCP, idle, close. Let's go to, what was that one I just, profiles. Let's go to our Ubuntu. What the hell is all this crap? Yeah. Let's go to T-Mobile, see if that pops up. Hot list. Profiles are down here. Ireland. What the hell? Australia. Doesn't say anything about wireless. Let's keep messing with this. Facebook. YouTube. Reddit. Hmm. Three, port four, port three, countries US. I mean, so it's obviously picking up traffic. And what it's doing is, I think that if I was to, how do I check this? If I look at the IP address of um, my IP address from here, would it show the, let's see, 105? Yeah, it's gonna show that, but the MAC address is what's being spoofed. Huh. Let me look. Where is that? How do I check this? Okay. So from here, this guy thinks that my machine is, no, the firewall thinks that my machine is the Ubuntu machine, and then it sort of routes it through me before it gets to here. Now, how do we check that? I forget. But, I mean, it's obviously picking up traffic, right? So, I can come here and, let's say, man, I don't know. Let's see what's going on right here in the book. Alright, Wireshark is a popular network tool bundled with Kali Linux. It is a packet sniffer and analyzer in the frame level. For better understanding of how Wireshark works, we are going to cover the OSI model and its basics. OSI model, the Open System Communication, also called OSI model, is a model that regulates the communication between devices on the network. The transfer of data between devices within the same network occurs within the 7 layers of this model, each layer having a specific role transmitting data or to and from the next layer. A deeper explanation of the OSI model is below. When we are sending data from a specific device, the process of transferring occurs in the following order: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transportation layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. So, how I like to uh, remember that is, please do not throw sausage pizza away. And that goes backwards because the physical layer is your first layer, isn't it? So your physical, then your data link, then your network, then your transport, then your session, then your presentation, then your application, right? The data process occurs in reverse, i.e., it starts from the physical layer to the application layer. When a device on the network is receiving data. See, that's basically. Let us discuss the function of each layer in the OSI model. Physical layer. This layer sends and receives raw bits of data over a physical medium such as internet cables, wireless cards, etc. Data link layer. We normally use this layer to broadcast data frames between physically connected devices, nodes. It includes a MAC address. Network layer. We use this layer to split data frames into packets, adding routing information. Transportation layer. This layer is responsible for connecting two nodes for data transfer. Session layer. This is the layer used to handle communication sessions between transmissions. Presentation layer. This layer is responsible for data security such as encryption and decryption of data for application layer. Application layer provides network service to users by use of software applications. They include HTTP, FTP, SMTP, HTTPS, DNS, etc. For a deeper understanding of how the OSI model works, navigate the resources page below. You can do that. To learn more about Wireshark, see this page below. It's just the wiki page. Once you launch Wireshark, select the network interface and then click on Start Sniffing. Once the tool captures network traffic, it displays the information below. So let's do that. Let's go here. Let's start Wireshark. Select the network interface and then click Start Sniffing. So it's this interface and it'll start sniffing once I click on it, right? Start capture. Start capturing packets. What did I do? Oh, I don't see any there you go. Capture. Start. Oh, I guess I could have just double clicked it. I guess there's nothing going on. What's going on here? Oh, because I need to type something in there. All right, let me see. Once the tool captures network traffic, it will display the information below. From the above image, we can see the Wireshark captured traffic. The second layer containing MAC address IPs. It captured nothing. See what's going on. Do I have access to the I think you can just double click on that. Start capturing. So I guess you gotta press restart current capture. So now it's trying to. Now it's capturing all this transmissions and stuff, right? Now this is the SYN. So if you don't know what we're looking at right here, this is basically looking at the uh, the SYN handshake, right? So it's going somewhere, and then it's saying, "Yep, here I am." Then it's saying, "Okay, I received it." Then it's sending it back, and it's going back and forth. And this is what we're reading, okay? So um, this is collected stuff on network. What is this source? 103 from Ubuntu. Let's go to my Ubuntu machine and let's go to YouTube again and see what. Oh, Reddit, YouTube. Let's go here. See if we can see that. And here's some filters you can put up here, and you can Google what filters, but we can put I got the HTTPS, right? Does that work? Does it? HTTP. Does that work? Show me all the sources from there. Let's do TCP port 443. Let's see if that works. I don't know. I mean, you could look up the filters. I don't know any of the filters. I don't use Wireshark enough. Seems like a really fun tool. Let me see. Firefox, Mozilla. See, and it'll tell you. So SYN, right? It's your handshake. It'll say where it's coming from. So this is coming from the firewall. It's going to the. So this is how you can verify if your man-in-the-middle attack was working. So you can, it'll show, Wireshark will pick up eater caps. That's actually a good little exercise you can do. So Wireshark will pick up eater caps, IP address, or what is it, MAC address or IP address? I think it doesn't it spoof MAC addresses. Anyways, so maybe not. I don't know. I know it doesn't spoof the IP, does it? That's interesting. I'm interested now. I can't remember. It's getting kind of late, but so I guess this book doesn't really go into too much detail, right? It just tells you about the tools that it has in there, explains a little bit, and then has you mess around with the tool a little bit. I guess if you want to learn more, you got to go here. But I mean, it's pretty cool. Wireshark is its own entity. You know, you'll look at it and go, "What in the heck am I reading?" But I'll look at it and barely know what I'm reading because I haven't had a lot of experience with it. Now, if you want and really want to get into using Wireshark for hacking or for practice hacking or pen testing or something like that, I'm sure you're going to use it a lot. Then you'll get into it and then you'll know exactly what you're reading. And you'll know how to filter out the stuff you're looking for. I don't know the filters off my dome because I don't use Wireshark a lot. And when I mean the filters, I mean the all this data. You can it'll take a long time to sift through it, right? Of what you've captured in your time that you've captured your traffic on your network. You can go up here and filter the stuff, and there's a lot. It's there's commands in here where you can filter out to see which exactly you're looking for. And like I said, like that TCP, I can just type UDP, see what happens, and it'll just show me all the UDP stuff, protocols, stuff, right? stuff that traveled across UDP, or stuff that utilize the protocol right here that utilizes UDP. I guess I don't know, but I mean it turned green, so I'm sure it's filtering out, but I don't know how to use the filters, right? Because I don't use them a lot. But you can Google that in 5 minutes and start playing with this on your own. So that's something that's cool, man. You start playing with all this stuff on your own, and I mean, it's just a wonderful thing. All these tools. So this book is not bad. It's a book that lets you know what the tool does, and then you play with it yourself. Google is going to be your best friend, I would say. All right, let's go to the next one. SSL strip. SSL strip is a man in the middle tool that converts HTTPS traffic to HTTP to allow the attacker to view information in plain text. It strips HTTP URL to HTTPS to. Oh man, that's pretty cool. You can start it by typing in SSL strip in the terminal. Kali Linux has various other sniffing and spoofing tools. The ones we have discussed in this part of the guide are the primary ones that you should know how to use. So that's awesome. SSL strip. Let's play with that one a little bit and see. Is that going to be in the command line? Did it say? Nope. Got SSL dump, SSL H, SSL scan, SSL split, SSL strip. SSL strip in the terminal. SSL strip. So we don't have it, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna install SSL strip now. We can install it and we can mess with it a little bit. Alright, SSL strip. Moxie Marlin Spike uses SSL strip, then options. Options. -W is your file name. Right equals file name. Specify file to log to optional. Specify file to log to optional. -P or -- post. Log only SSL posts. Log all SSL traffic to and from server. Log all SSL and HTTP traffic to and from server. Log all SSL and HTTP traffic to and from server. Port. Listen to port. Port. Listen. Port to listen on. Alright, let's see. SSL strip is a man-in-the-middle tool that converts strips HTTP. Oh yeah, that's just because it's like that. So when I type in a URL, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I care. That seems pretty damn interesting. So SSL strip. So this, what? I don't understand. What does that do? Bypass the TCP security encryption or something, or how does that work? I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more, but that's pretty cool. We got it installed. If you want to play with that a little bit more, you can. See, I mean, this book is pretty cool. I like the book. Um, it gives you an idea of what tools to use. Like I said, I'm a big fan of this little book. I mean, the more I go through it, the more I'm like, it gives you a taste, and then it allows you to be creative and to learn how to learn on your own. Like that, like this one, what I would do is I would Google more about this app, this application, what it does, this SSL strip, and then I would Google it, and then I would use the AI, whatever generator, and then I would go on YouTube, and spend a day. If I was really curious, I'd spend a couple hours or a day, maybe, doing that and playing with it and seeing how I could use it and going, that's a cool tool that Kelly has, right? Wireshark, you could get books on this, but this one, what I would do is I would just Google all the filters, Google how, YouTube, how to use this basically, or buy a book on Amazon. Eater cap is very interesting too. I mean, that's fast way how to set up a man in the middle attack. This one, I would look how to verify that it's working, how Eater cap is working. How can I verify that? That's what I would do. Google that. In this series, in this um, the Kali Linux made easy for beginners. I'm not going to spend a lot of time um, going through and getting all this stuff and all my ideas, verified, because um, this is just I'm just gonna just show what this book does, and it basically is a cool book because it goes through all the tools that Kali has and gives you an idea how they work, and then you got to use your imagination and resources on research and figure out what you want to do. But this EtherCap one, I would Google and YouTube how to verify that it's working, right? That the ARP spoof is working, the man in the middle attack is working, and how to verify that. Because, I mean, obviously, we got it to run, but how do we verify that, right? So if you don't verify that it's working, and you can't, in your mind, don't know what you're reading or looking at, then if you ever use this to hack, for a pen testing company or ethical hacking, whatever you're doing, even hacking your own system like I'm doing on these videos, there's no point, right? I mean, you're just of it, you know how it works, but you don't know how to verify that it is working. So that's what I would do on that one. That's the only thing we didn't do. We need to make sure that this is actually, but I think it is, right, because like I said, it was ARP spoofing, so it was tricking the firewall into thinking that it was the victim's MAC address, I think, or IP or something. Usually, I think on ARP spoofing, it's the MAC address, isn't it? Yeah, it tricks it into thinking it's that physical MAC address, not the IP address. So that's what I remember. So basically, you would have to Google how to verify by looking up to see what MAC address you're. And we've done this before in other books. I just can't remember, but how to verify it. And I think you would go to your victim's machine and um, I don't even know. I can't remember. You'd probably just do a scan to see what what MAC address you're looking. But I don't know. I've done this before. I just don't know. But you would have to figure that out. Google it. But that's not what this book is about, or these videos are about. These videos are about just going through here, and then I can give you ideas on what I would do to have more fun with these applications, and that's it. Next, we're gonna do password cracking with John the Ripper and all that. Now, this stuff is cool. Now, you're gonna use this stuff, right? If you need to crack some passwords, so stay tuned, and maybe tomorrow or whatever, I'll come out with this password cracking. We'll crack some passwords, make some lists and everything. All right. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you on the next Hack the File. Hope you had fun.